Welcome to today's class. Today we want to consider quadratic equation. Okay, and on the board I said quadratic equation is an equation of the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0, where a, b, and c are constants, such that a is not equals to what? 0. This is called the general equation, the general form of quadratic equation. And one thing you have to know about what equation is, it has the highest degree of what? 2. So any quadratic equation has the highest degree as what? 2. Hence, it always has two words, answer or roots or 0. So for example, the following are examples of quadratic equation. Okay, you have number 1, 3x squared plus 5x plus 6 equals what? 0. If you compare this equation with the general form of quadratic equation, you will see that the coefficient of x squared is what? A. The coefficient of x is what? B. Y, C is what? Constant. So comparing this to the general form of quadratic equation, our A here is what? 3. Our B, which coefficient of x is what? 5, and our c is what? 6. So this is a quadratic equation in terms of what? X. Another example of quadratic equation, if you have, let's say, y squared minus 5x minus 10 equals to 0. Yes. Okay, sorry, let me use variable y throughout. Okay, so this is also a quadratic equation in terms of what? Y. And see, the highest degree of this equation is what? Y. If you compare this and this, they are like. The only difference is that this one is quadratic equation in terms of y, while this one is what? In terms of what? X. Okay, so you can see this is a quadratic equation. If you compare this, our a is always the division of the variable with power of 2. The division of y squared is what? 1. I mean, our a is 1. The division of y is what? Minus 5. So our b is what? Minus 5. Then our c is a constant. The constant here is what? Minus 10. Okay? Another example, if you have, let's say, m 5 over 2 m squared plus 6 equals to what? 0. Yes, this is also a quadratic equation in terms of m. Remember that your a and b and c are constant. Your b and c can be 0, but your a cannot be 0, because if a is 0, this square will vanish, and this will reduce this equation to what? Linear equation. So that's why your a must not be equal to what? 0. If you compare this, your a is always the coefficient of what? The variable with the power of 2. The variable with the power of 2 is m. So the coefficient of m squared is 5 over 2. Hence, your a here is what? 5 over 2. There is no b here. Like the coefficient of m is not here. Okay, so your b is what? 0. Remember, your a, b, c are constant. Your a and b, your b and c can be 0. But your a cannot be what? 0. So your c, sorry, your constant, your c is what? 6. I want to give you two more examples of quadratic equation. If you have minus 2.5 b squared minus 2.8 b equals what? 0. This is also a quadratic equation in terms of p. Okay, so if you compare this, your a is what? Your a is minus 2.5. Your b is the equation of p is what? Minus 2.8. And your c is what? 0. You can see it in the last example. Your b and c can be 0. But if your a is equal to 0, that's not a quadratic equation. It becomes what? Linear equation. So number 5. 1 minus 2x minus 6x squared equals to what? 0. Is this a quadratic equation? Yes, because this is a quadratic equation in x. Can see the nth degree of the unknown is what? 2. So this is what? A quadratic equation. If you compare this with this, okay, it's like static c plus bx plus a squared, just flipping it. So your a is always what? The equation of the variable with the power of 2. The variable with the power of 2 is x squared. So the equation of x squared is what? Minus 6. Hence your a is what? Minus 6. Your b is what? The equation of x is what? Minus 2. And your c is what? 1. Next, x minus 2, x plus 3. Is this a quadratic equation? Is it a quadratic equation? You cannot just say yes, you cannot just say no. Okay? Because if you look at there, the power here is 1, the power here is 1. Don't just conclude is not a quadratic equation. Let's open this bracket. To open this bracket, x times x, that's x squared, x times plus 2, that's plus 3x. You use this times this, we have this times this, we have this. The next thing, you use minus 2 to multiply everything there. So minus 2 times x, that's minus 2x, right? Minus 2 times plus 3, that's what? Minus 6 is what? 0. So x squared, these are like names, plus 3x minus 2x, that's what? X minus 6. So you can see, this is the quadratic equation, but if you're looking at it here, you may think as a new day in mathematics, you may think that this one was a quadratic equation. So open the brackets. So you can see, you open the bracket, we have this, and you can see it's in this general form with the degree of what? 2. So our a here is what? Equation of x squared is what? 1. Okay? And our b, the equation of x is what? 1. In our c is what? Minus 6. Okay? So this is just the introduction to quadratic equation. We have 4 methods to solve any quadratic equation. We have what? The factorization method. We have the completing the square method. Number 3 method is quadratic formula, or we call it almighty formula. And the last method we can use to solve quadratic equation is the graphical method. We will be discussing each of these methods in my subsequent lesson. So do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you are not subscribed, like, comment, and share. So with your knowledge of this, state whether the following are quadratic equation or not. State the following. Which of the following is a quadratic equation? Which of the following, either 1 to 3, is a quadratic equation? If it is a quadratic equation, then find your A, B, and what? And C for me. Okay? Which of the following mentioned before is a quadratic equation? If it is a quadratic equation, then find your A, B, and C. See you in my next video.